Have you ever felt like there's an invisible string holding you back? Something you can't quite see, but it keeps pulling you away from success, love, or true peace of mind. Today, I'm going to show you a simple way to cut that cord and release yourself from those hidden blocks. Now, let me introduce myself. My name is Feng Shui Master Yeep, and with over 40 years of study, practice, and teaching, I've helped thousands of families around the world restore balance in their homes, attract wealth, and invite lasting harmony into their lives. And here's the secret I want to share with you today. With just one glass of salt water, you can cleanse old energy, dissolve negative attachments, and open the pathway for abundance and peace to flow into your life. It may sound simple, and it is, but this is an ancient Feng Shui practice that has stood the test of time. Why now? Because 2025 is the year of the snake, a symbol of transformation, rebirth, and wisdom. And this September aligns with the 999 energy portal, the vibration of completion and new beginnings. When these two energies meet, it creates one of the most powerful windows of the year to let go of the old and invite in the new. So stay with me until the end of this video, because I'm not only going to guide you step by step through this ritual, but I'll also reveal the deeper Feng Shui meaning of salt and water, why these two elements have been used for centuries to protect homes and activate prosperity. And before we begin, I want you to type in the comments, "I am ready to release and welcome abundance." Don't forget to like this video, share it with a friend, and subscribe to the channel so you never miss another Feng Shui secret. The meaning of your name and personal energy. Did you know that your name is far more than just letters on a page? Your name is your identity, your personal frequency, and the unique imprint that the universe recognizes as yours. From the very moment you were born, your name has been tied to your soul and the journey you are meant to walk. And when someone calls your name, they're not just making a sound, they're touching your personal field of energy. In Feng Shui and in many spiritual traditions, your name is considered an energy code. Think of it like a key that unlocks the invisible flow between you and the universe. When you write your name on paper during the saltwater ritual, you are encoding that energy and sending out a clear signal. This is me. This is what I choose to release, and this is what I'm ready to welcome. Now I want to stress something important. This is not superstition. This is about activating your subconscious mind. It's about making a powerful affirmation to yourself. When you see your own name resting in the salt water, a symbol of cleansing and renewal, your mind automatically registers the message, "I am being purified. I am being made new." And from that recognition, transformation begins to take place from within. If you look closely, many cultures across the world treat the act of calling someone's name as a way of summoning energy. In prayers, in marriage ceremonies, in rites of passage, names are spoken again and again, affirming presence and power. That repetition is no accident. It's a way of anchoring energy. And every name carries its own unique vibration. Some people's names radiate gentleness, others strength, others clarity or wisdom. Whether you believe it or not, that vibration is always working with you. The salt water ritual simply helps you activate, cleanse, and direct your name's energy with intention. So remember, when you write your name, you're speaking directly to your subconscious. I acknowledge myself. I am ready to release what no longer serves me. I choose a new beginning. That is the true power within your name. The symbolism of water and salt. To understand why this ritual is so powerful, we need to look at the deeper symbolism of water and salt. They may seem ordinary, but in Feng Shui and spiritual traditions worldwide, they hold extraordinary meaning. Let's begin with water. For thousands of years, water has symbolized prosperity and flow. Civilizations rose along rivers, farmers prayed for rain, and even today, wealth is often described as flowing in. In Feng Shui, water is directly linked to abundance. That's why a jar of water is always placed on the altar of the god of wealth, right alongside salt and rice. But water is more than wealth. It represents the subconscious emotions and intuition. Modern science echoes this ancient truth. Dr. Masaru Emoto's research showed that water crystals change shape based on words and intentions. Positive energy created beautiful patterns, while negativity produced distortion. Since our bodies are mostly water, the energy we project onto water also shapes us. Now consider salt. Across cultures, salt has always been sacred. Roman soldiers were paid in salt, hence the word salary. In India and China, salt was used as medicine and purification. In Christianity, it symbolized covenant and protection. In Buddhism and Shinto, salt is sprinkled at doorways to repel negative spirits. Salt's power lies in its ability to absorb and neutralize negative energy. It cleanses spaces, protects boundaries, and restores balance. That's why Feng Shui masters still recommend bowls of salt in stagnant corners of the home. For centuries, salt has been used in blessings, healings, and protective rituals. Now imagine combining the two. Water absorbs, salt purifies. Together, they create one of the most powerful tools for cleansing and renewal. Think about the ocean. Why do people feel lighter after swimming? Because salt water naturally washes away energetic heaviness. Or think about tears. After a good cry, don't you feel as if a burden has lifted? Salt water heals by releasing, resetting, and renewing. So when you place your name into salt water, you're not just putting paper in a cup. You're immersing your very identity, your energy, your intentions into a sacred mixture revered across centuries. It's your way of telling the universe, cleanse me, reset me, prepare me for new abundance. That's why Feng Shui masters, healers, and teachers continue this practice generation after generation. It's not superstition, it's a reminder that nature itself gives us tools to transform. And in just a moment, I'll show you how to prepare your own saltwater ritual at home. But pause for a second and reflect. Every time you see water, every time you touch salt, you are holding one of humanity's oldest and most powerful medicines. Tools you'll need now that you understand the symbolism. Let's get practical. To do this ritual, you won't need anything complicated. Just a few simple items that you probably already have at home. First, you'll need a clear glass or jar. Glass is important because it allows you to see through the water, reminding you of clarity and transparency. If you don't have glass, use whatever container you have, but clear is always best. Next, you'll need water. This could be filtered water, spring water, or even clean ocean water if you're lucky enough to have access to it. Remember, water represents your subconscious and emotions. Don't stress over having the perfect kind of water. What matters most is the intention you pour into it. Then you'll need salt. Ideally sea salt or Himalayan pink salt because they're natural and less processed. These salts hold a pure vibration. But again, don't overthink it. If all you have is regular table salt, use it. The ritual is about energy, not perfection. Finally, you'll need a piece of white paper and a pen, either black or blue ink. Black ink represents grounding, authority, and permanence. Blue ink connects with flow, calmness, and communication. Choose whichever feels right for you. And let me reassure you, if you don't have Himalayan salt or spring water, that's okay. Use what you already have. The most powerful ingredient in this ritual is not the water or the salt, it's your intention. How to write your prayer paper. Now that your tools are ready, it's time to prepare one of the most important elements of this ritual, your prayer paper. This is where your energy, your identity, and your intention unite. Step 1. Write your full name. This is non-negotiable. Your name is your personal energy code. When you put it down on paper, you anchor your vibration into the ritual. If you'd like to make it even stronger, add your date of birth. This ties the energy directly to your soul's timeline. Step 2. Write down your focus. This could be something you want to attract, such as love, prosperity, health, or success, or something you're ready to release like fear, dead heartbreak, or toxic energy. Be specific, but keep your words simple and clear. Step 3. Write with intention. Don't rush, don't scribble. Take a deep breath, center yourself, and write as if you are imprinting your energy into the universe itself. And let me stress this, it's not a game. This is not something you do lightly and forget. The words you put on this paper carry energy, and that energy moves into the spiritual field around you. Some of you may worry, what if I phrase it wrong? Don't. The universe responds to sincerity, not grammar. What matters most is that you write honestly and mean every word. Here's a little secret. Later in this video, I'll show you a way to double the power of your prayer paper. So stay tuned. For now, remember, this paper is the bridge between your heart and the universe. Treat it with respect and it will carry your message exactly where it needs to go. Now comes the heart of this practice, the moment when you actually bring water, salt, and your prayer paper together. There are several ways to do this ritual, and I want to share 3 of the most effective methods. Choose the one that feels right for you, because remember, there's no single correct way. What matters most is the intention and the energy you bring. Method 1. Water, paper, salt. This is the most straightforward version, and many people love it for its simplicity. 1. Start by pouring fresh water into your glass or jar. As the water flows, imagine it carrying clarity and new energy. 2. Gently place your prayer paper into the water. Watch it sink and visualize your name and intentions, being fully embraced by the cleansing element. 3. Finally, sprinkle salt directly on top of the water. As the grains fall, picture them dissolving negativity, neutralizing obstacles, and locking your intention into a purified state. This method feels like a baptism of your intentions. The paper goes in clean, the salt seals it, and together they form a sacred union of cleansing and renewal. Method 2. Water plus salt first prayer paper. If you want to create a more meditative moment, try this second method. 1. Begin by adding water to your glass, then stir in your salt. As the salt dissolves, say a prayer of gratitude, calling in the energy of cleansing and protection. 2. Hold your prayer paper in your hands for a moment. Close your eyes and read your intention silently or loud. Feel the energy rising in your heart. 3. Then place the paper gently into the salt water. As it touches the surface, affirm to yourself, I release what no longer serves me, and I invite what I am ready to receive. This method emphasizes the prayer itself. By blessing the water and salt first, you charge the medium before placing your written energy into it. Method 3, the shaking method. This third approach is more dynamic, and it can be very powerful if you're trying to break through heavy blocks. 1. Place your water, salt, and folded prayer paper into a jar or bottle with a lid. 2. Seal it tightly. 3. Then shake it. Shake it as if you're breaking chains, as if you're tearing down walls. Each shake represents a release, a declaration that you will not stay bound. Some people find this incredibly liberating. You may even feel emotions rise: anger, sadness, relief. That's okay. That's the energy leaving your field. Keep shaking until you feel a sense of release. Then place the jar down gently and breathe. You may be wondering, so which one works the best? The answer is simple, the one you do with the most belief. Some people prefer the calmness of method 1, others the prayerful focus of method 2, and some the intensity of method 3. You can even experiment, try each on different days, and see which feels most powerful for you. There is no wrong way to combine salt water and your written name. The elements themselves already carry centuries of sacred meaning. Your task is simply to activate them with sincerity. Don't overcomplicate this. Don't stress about whether you're doing it exactly right. The universe does not grade you on technique. It responds to your intention, your trust, and your willingness to release. So as you practice, let yourself feel. Feel the water as renewal. Feel the salt as protection. Feel your name and your desires resting safely in this mixture. Know that as you do this, you are already shifting the energy around you. And remember, in just a little while, I'll share a special tip that can double the power of this ritual. So stay with me until the end. Now that the salt water and prayer papers are ready, the next most important step is setting your intention. This is where you align your spirit with the ritual. You don't need to say any complicated prayers. A simple prayer will suffice. You can say something like, "Thank you, God, or Buddha, or Bodhisattvas, or the universe for blessing me with positive energy. I have now removed all barriers and welcome prosperity into my life." If you are Christian, you can choose to recite the Lord's Prayer or Psalm 23. If you are Buddhist, you can recite the Great Compassion Mantra. Or if you prefer, you can simply use your own positive affirmations, such as, "I am free, I am cleansed, I am open to prosperity." The specific prayer you choose is not as important as the faith and sincerity behind it. Say it slowly. Say it with feeling. Imagine each word flowing into the water, infusing it with your energy. And I'll emphasize this again, the most important ingredient here is not the salt, the water, or even the paper. It's your heart. It's the trust you put into this moment. When your heart believes, the energy shifts immediately. Once you've completed your prayer, the next question is, where should you place your salt water? This step is important because the location helps anchor the energy of the ritual. One of the best places is under your bed. Why? Because while you sleep, your subconscious is most open and receptive. Having the salt water beneath you allows it to continuously absorb negativity and reinforce your intention throughout the night. Another powerful option is to place it on your altar or sacred space. If you already have an altar for prayer or meditation, this is a perfect spot. The salt water will merge with the energy of your spiritual practice, amplifying your prayers and affirmations. If you don't have either of these, simply place the salt water in a quiet, undisturbed corner of your home. The key is to keep it in a place where it won't be knocked over or disturbed, so the energy can settle and do its work. Every day, take a moment to look at the salt water and repeat your prayer or affirmation. This reinforces your intention and keeps the energy alive. And remember, you can always write a new prayer paper if your desires or goals change. This practice is flexible. The more aligned you are with your current needs, the more powerful the results will be. At this point, you may be wondering, how long should I continue this ritual for it to really work? The answer is simple, but it depends on where you are in your journey. For some people, 7 days is enough. 7 is a sacred number. It represents a cycle of completion. In many traditions, the number 7 symbolizes spiritual awakening, divine order, and alignment. If you are truly ready to let go right now, ready to release the old and step into the new, then practicing this ritual for 7 days in a row can bring a powerful shift. But for others, especially if you've carried certain patterns, fears, or limitations for a long time, I recommend 28 days. Why 28? Because it matches the natural cycle of the moon. A full lunar cycle is 28 days, and this connects your intention to the rhythm of the universe itself. Psychologically, it also takes about 28 days to reprogram the subconscious mind. So when you commit to this period, you're not only aligning with cosmic energy, you're also reshaping the patterns inside yourself. Whether you choose 7 or 28 days, the most important thing is your consistency and sincerity. Each day you repeat this ritual, you reinforce your decision to release and receive. You're telling the universe and yourself that you mean it. Now let's talk about something very important. What to do when the ritual is finished. This step matters just as much as the ritual itself, because it closes the energetic loop and helps you release with confidence. If you wrote down something negative, something you want to let go of, such as fear, debt, heartbreak, or toxic energy, then once you've completed your chosen cycle, 7 days or 28 days, you must also release the paper and the water. Here are some safe and symbolic ways to do it. Pour out the water into the earth or down the drain with the clear intention that all negativity has been washed away. Let the paper dry completely and then burn it safely. Fire transforms energy instantly. If burning isn't possible, you can bury the paper in the soil, allowing the earth to absorb and neutralize it. On the other hand, if you wrote down something positive, something you want to attract like abundance, love, or health, you may choose to keep the paper. Once it's dry, fold it carefully and carry it with you as a reminder of your intention. You could keep it in your wallet, your journal, or even on your altar. But here's the golden rule: once the ritual is done, let it go. Don't keep checking the salt water every hour. Don't obsess over whether it's working. The more you cling, the more you block the flow. The real power comes when you trust the process and release attachment to the outcome. So whether you're releasing the negative or holding on to the positive, remember the ritual is a message sent. Your job is to let it go and to trust that the universe, God, Buddha, or whatever higher power you believe in has already received it. This is the essence of Feng Shui and spiritual practice: release trust and allow energy to move freely. Before we move on, let's clear up some of the most common mistakes people make when doing this ritual. Knowing these will help you avoid frustration and get the best results. The first mistake is going through the motions without belief. If you're just writing your name, tossing it into the water, and walking away with no intention, then you're missing the heart of the practice. The ritual works because of the energy you put into it. Believe in what you're doing. The second mistake is using dirty or unclear materials. If your paper is crumpled or messy, if your water is cloudy, or if your salt is damp and clumpy, it doesn't carry the same fresh vibration. Always try to use clean, clear materials. Remember, this is a cleansing ritual. The third mistake is doubt. Some people write their prayer and then immediately think, this probably won't work. That inner conflict cancels out your intention. Instead, affirm to yourself, the universe has already received my message. And the fourth mistake is not letting go afterward. People sometimes hold on too tightly, checking the jar constantly, wondering if something has changed. But clinging only blocks the flow. The whole point is to release, so once you've done the ritual, let the energy move freely. Now here's the good news. If you've made any of these mistakes, don't worry. Simply start again. The universe is generous. It always gives you another chance. Each new attempt is an opportunity to reset your energy and strengthen your intention. So if you slip up, just smile, begin again, and trust the process. Now, as I promised at the very beginning of this video, let me share with you a special secret tip that can double the power of your saltwater ritual. Think of this as your reward for staying with me until now. The first way to amplify your results is to perform this ritual during special energetic windows. The most powerful times are the new moon and the full moon because lunar cycles naturally influence water and emotions. The new moon is perfect for fresh beginnings, while the full moon is ideal for release and letting go. Certain dates also carry a heightened vibration, like September 9th, 9-9, and November 11th, 11-11. These repeating numbers are known as energy portals, moments when the universe feels especially open to intention setting. If you align your ritual with one of these dates, it becomes even more potent. The second way is to add supportive elements. Light a white candle nearby to invite clarity and divine guidance. Or place a few drops of lavender or sandalwood essential oil in the space to create calmness and spiritual focus. These small additions don't replace the salt water. They simply enhance the atmosphere, helping your mind and heart lock into the ritual more deeply. And finally, when you write your prayer, use present tense affirmations. Don't say, "I want prosperity." Instead, declare, "I am living in prosperity." Don't write, "I hope for love." Write, "I am surrounded by love." Speaking in the present moment tells your subconscious and the universe that it is already true, and that alignment accelerates results. One last thing, I'd like you to be part of a collective wave of energy. Right now, type into the comments, "I am ready, I am living in abundance." When hundreds or even thousands of us do this together, the energy multiplies. That's how powerful intention is when it's shared. So remember, timing, supportive elements, present tense affirmations, and community energy. These are your secret keys to doubling the power of this ritual. We've now come to the end of this journey together, and I want to leave you with this reminder. The saltwater ritual is just a tool. The true power has always been and will always be within you. Every grain of salt, every drop of water is simply a mirror of your own inner strength. When you place your name into that mixture, you're declaring to the universe, "I am ready, I am free, I am stepping into abundance." And from that moment forward, the energy begins to shift. So as you move forward, don't just see this as a one-time ritual. See it as a practice of trust, of letting go, of choosing to align with prosperity and peace. Each time you release negativity, you create space for blessings to flow in. Each time you reaffirm your intention, you step closer to the life you truly desire. Now I'd love to hear from you. Go ahead and type in the comments, "I am ready to release and I welcome prosperity." Let's create a field of shared energy that uplifts everyone who watches this video. And if you found this message helpful, please like this video, share it with a friend, and subscribe to this channel so you never miss more Feng Shui wisdom and spiritual teachings that can transform your life. Thank you for being here. Until next time, stay blessed, stay aligned, and remember, abundance flows where your intention goes.